I'd probably get him the Blackstone #1 and then the coin #2 as a bonus. But I mean, it is tough to buy for guys. And I think when you can give something that has a significant connection to their personality or their likes, then I think that makes it more special. All right, we're gonna move on. And now, big drum roll on this. This is saved for our show tonight. First time you're doing this, correct?
First time we're doing this.
Okay.
And we have, we kind of have an extensive presentation here, but we'll stay as long as we need to.
Yes, we will.
Well,
It's a
because
really
this
big
is
deal.
going to be the coin.
Yeah.
Of this year. I don't think, I mean, the Star Privy kind of came out last year, for those of you that don't know, a Privy mark is a mark that's put on a coin by a mint, by, in this case, the United States Mint, on a United States coin to denote a time or a place or commemorate an event. I call this the America series. So last year they came out with the Star Privy. They made 500,000 of them.
Only.
Only, which makes it the rarest silver eagle ever made, mint state silver eagle ever made by the United States Mint. So that's a thing to start with, just by itself. But then they made them at Philadelphia. Philadelphia is not particularly that good at making silver eagles. They've shown that over the course, because it's not really what they do. Right. West Point makes silver eagles. Right. You know what I'm saying? Philadelphia really doesn't. So they're very difficult to get mint state 70. Basically.
And it also has to be double struck.
Because they add the privy after they mint the coin.
Right. Which brings your odds down even lower.
Absolutely. It gives 2 chances for shenanigans. And so the first one was a little star that was below In God We Trust, right down there. And Mint State 70s, I think I sold the last batch out at $2.99. I have some Michael Gaioso signs tonight. I got like 2 dozen left.
Yeah, you have like 20.
I have 20 left. They're like $399 in the Star Privy. Well, this is the new Eagle Privy.
They just launched this, right?
They just launched. As a matter of fact, the official launch date on this is like May 14th. So we're like giving everybody first look. Because prior to this, right now, they have just the first 50,000 coins. Right. And those coins. So I sold the first 50,000 Mint State 70 here for $4.79. I sold them out, and I said, if I bring them back, there'll be more money. I said like $5.99, $6.99. I'm sorry, I was incorrect. Be like $8.99.
No kidding.
They are just on fire. Wow. And that's for the first 50,000. We did the same thing for the Star Privies. Those are like 1,200 now.
Oh my
So
Lord.
This is your first look at the Eagle Privy. So when the United States government Mint announced this, I go, oh great, eagle on an eagle, on an American eagle. I mean, great.
Okay, and I want everybody to see it too.
Well, that's what I'm going to do. So I figured they'd do a kind of a chunky little eagle, that you barely even know.
Because the Star Privy is a little dimensional, and it's a star.
Well, let's look here. The Mint, boy, did they do it right.
I'm so excited to see this.
Check this out. So it's above In God We Trust now.
Okay.
Instead of below it,
really
and it's
tight.
an eagle in flight. It is fabulous.
Guys, can we get
in close
tighter?
on that? Right
like crazy tight.
Right there. See the eagle in flight right above In God We Trust?
Oh my gosh, that turned out great.
It was spectacular. I'm going US Mint.
The star is a star.
Right,
but it
which is
doesn't
below
have
the AW there, but right above In God We Trust.
Detail.
We have got the eagle in flight. It is off the charts. So what we have got right now is an opportunity for you to get the brand. And now, by the way, the Eagle Privy is the same mintage, only 500,000 coins. So it is now also tied for the rarest American.
Wait, look at that shot. Sorry.
Look at that shot.
Mike.
Look at that eagle over In God We Trust. I mean, the Star Privy was great and is expensive and is crazy. This has the same mintage, and the eagle is only like 1,000 times better.
That's amazing.
It is amazing.
And you have to have it.
You have to have it because, the stars are sold out. When we had the Star Privies, they sold out. This is the brand new. Now, this is the Eagle core, so this is my exclusive core. And I saved this one exclusive for HSN. So you can only buy the Eagle core right now, right here on HSN. And these are certified 70. Same thing. Remember, made at Philadelphia. Yeah. And at Philadelphia, Mint State 70 Silver Eagles, it is also what we call conditionally rare. What it means is the Philadelphia Mint's not very good at making silver eagles. And so they are much more difficult to get in Mint State 70 than a regular American silver eagle.
From West Point.
From West Point, absolutely, because West Point's just better at it, because that's what they do.
Wait, is Philly doing all the privies?
Philadelphia's doing all the privies, it seems.
Oh, interesting.
Well, to my knowledge, this is it.
We got 1 and 2.
We have 1 and 2. I think it's a 2-coin set, unless they come up with something.
And you haven't heard?
Well, they're just too busy.
Really?
Oh, well, next year we got the semi-quincentennial.
Oh, that's right.
So we got 250, and so they're just, I mean, they're pulling out all the stops for that. They got some crazy stuff coming out for that.
Oh, wow.
And so they have a hard enough time, and we still have the cool stuff coming out at the end of this year. I mean, we're doing coins, we're doing like, you know, DC coins. Yeah, the U.S. Mint, they've never done anything like that. They're just, it's crazy what the Mint's coming up with.
Wow.
And so I think they announced this, they did these, I think they're done. I would love to see a Series C, like a flag privy or something like that.
Yeah,
how great would that be?
right?
But there is no plans, so it's a 2-coin set.
So you had to get the Star Privy first.
You got to get the Star Privy first. And even if you didn't get the Star Privy, which is like crazy, because I mean, it's like $300-400 for this same coin, get the Eagle Privy, which in all honesty, to me, is the Privy is way better. Now we have it Mint State 70, okay? Now I have it Mint State 70. I've got it in my exclusive holder. I've got it NGC. And what I did is, you understand, they're making 500,000 coins.
Wait, let me ask. I'm just going to throw it in here for someone who doesn't know. When they're doing a typical American Silver Eagle,
average mintage is about 25 million. Okay.
25 million.
25 million, so this is at least 50 times rarer than the average. Well, it's the rarest. It's the rarest Mint State Silver Eagle ever made by the United States Mint. 500,000.
That and the Star Privy.
Yeah.
It was the
This and
exact
Star
same
Privy.
mintage.
And
It's
other
interesting
than
they did the
that,
same mintage on those two.
Yeah, they're both 500,000.
Okay.
And the rarest prior to that is the 1996. They made 3.6 million. And that coin in Mint State 70, in NGC Mint State 70, is $6,000 or $8,000. And they made almost 10 times as many as they did here. Now this Eagle Privy, once it gets out there, and people see this eagle, this is the first time most anybody has seen that. Please understand, this is my initial price. We have this, made a special deal with HSN, so we get it in at $199.95.
That's amazing.
That's what I did Star Privies when they came out. So they're making 500,000 coins, okay? I bought 60,000 coins, okay? I bought 60,000 coins, so I own over 10% of the entire mintage, okay? And out of that, you know, I don't know how many are gonna be 70, you know, so we put these in to start, and then we'll see how many that we get. But now is the time you need to really get in. If we get in close on that Privy again, that would be fantastic. So it's right over in God We Trust. That, look at that. That shot right there, absolutely, positively spectacular. Now here's the deal. I put in a big quantity for today, because this is the first look, first time I have 1,000 coins that we're going to have available. I know I'm going to get 1,070s out of 60,000 coins.
Did you see my eyebrow raised? I'm like, out of 60,000.
Well, I don't know. I may get 10,000.
But here's the thing. This is the reason why he knows this. Just so you know, he's like, he cannot create it. It's the U.S. Mint, right? He'd go to jail for this. So what happens is, you've been in the business for so long, and they have statistics of over 30-some years of how this stuff works. So he is really good at understanding what percentages he's going to probably come out with.
And we had the stars, so we know how they did at Philadelphia. Right. So I took the stars, which were really, really hard to get in 70.
You bought 60,000 coins.
60,000
and you're launching with only 1,000.
That's because that's all I can absolutely guarantee
will be perfect.
Because the full launch won't be for 2 weeks.
Right. So you don't even know.
So I don't even 100% know. So let's say they're crazy rare. This could be a $1,000 coin. I mean, I'm still going to provide 1,000 coins at
this price.
and $199.95.
Right.
So that's all we're in essence willing to risk, if you will, you know, until we know the exact grading percentages, which we literally won't know for 2 weeks. We know what the grading percentages are on the first 50,000 that they released. They released that through the gaming company. Not great. Huh? About the same as the Star,
really?
So which is what we anticipated. And understand the Star is one of the lowest grading modern American silver eagles, simply because it was made at Philadelphia. I mean, that's traditional. Philadelphia minted coins just don't grade very well in silver eagles. Silver eagles, okay?
Specifically, because they don't normally make them.
Specifically silver
Normally
eagles.
they made in West Point.
Yeah, 100%.
But then I love the fact they said, Philly, not only you're not great at it, we're going to make you stamp it twice.
Right, and so
really lower those odds.
So you do that. So the key to this is while I've got plenty right now, in the next, what do we got, 6, 8, 10 minutes that we're going to spend left on it, because I mean, it's just crazy.
Yeah,
but understand, once I have a show Tuesday. Between here and Tuesday, I'm assuming all 1,000 of them are long.
Oh, I hope not. I'm on that show Tuesday night.
So, you know, we better hope some of these are left with this right now. And so we're giving you the opportunity to get in. Basically, we know this is the price. I mean, you know what I'm saying? That's what we started the Star Privy. Now, we ended the Star Privies at $299. And by the way, I don't have any more at $299. The lowest price Star Privy I have at HSN right now is $399, and I got 20 of those.
And it's coming up.
And I got 20 or 24 of those.
Right, they're really limited.
Okay, at $399. So that's what, and understand.
So wait a minute, Mike, I'm sorry, go back.
Yeah.
When you launched the Star Privy, the 2024, the first one of the two that we now know of, it was $199 as well.
It was $199, just like this.
So,
I did it just
when
like
did
this.
we launch that? I know we launched it together.
Oh, that would have been in January sometime.
Right, but just a couple of months ago in essence.
Yeah, just a couple months ago.
And so it was $199, and tonight we've got, again, like 20, 30 left. It's $399.99 in a matter of months.
Yes.
That's how popular this is. So you want to jump in on this absolutely right now. Do not wait. I know we're really, really busy. Go to hsn.com, use the little scan code with your phone and your camera on your phone. We have many of you getting multiples, which we know what happens. There's a ton of dealers who watch these shows, and they know what Mike's doing. They know when he's on, he's gonna have something, and especially if it's really gonna be hot and popular and hard to get your hands on.
Well, and exclusive. Understand, remember this core, this dual core is exclusive to me, and I've made this, for this coin right here, exclusive to HSN.
Yes.
So if you're gonna get a dual Eagle Core NGC Eagle Privy, you're going to buy it right here. And everybody pays, and that's the thing. So everybody pays $199.95. We know that. Everybody pays $199.95, at least for the first 1,000 coins. Excuse me, after that, excuse me, the market's going to take over. Who knows?
Right. Well, the great example is the Star Privy coming up
Star
tonight.
Privy, yeah. Star Privy went up. You know, we did $199, and then we did $229 and $249 and $279 and $299, and now the only ones I have left are $399 in the Star Privy. And like I said, I had a couple of ungraded boxes.
Of the Star?
Of the Stars.
Yeah.
And a friend of mine says, I called and says, I have to have those. And I said, well, I really don't want to sell them. and he says, I really need them. I said, okay, come up with the stupidest price you can come up with. And he came up with a ridiculously stupid price. And I said, well, I guess I am selling them. He just had to have them because he had...
He's just a collector.
He had just, no. He had already sold coins at $399 and they graded so poorly he didn't have any coins, so he had to pay whatever he had to pay. And understand, out of these 500 count boxes, he's only going to maybe get 50 or 60 70s out of that.
Wow.
And so, you know, they're paying massive premiums to find sealed boxes anywhere out there in the marketplace. Well, Eagle Privies are going to be the same way. They just haven't been released yet. So they're going to be quote unquote easy to get to begin with when they put those coins into the market, but these are going to dry up instantaneously.
Wow.
I can tell you this, so you know, we're selling these. There's some other people that are selling them, you know, prior to the release date. So I would estimate before this coin is officially released, 25% of the existing 70s will be sold. Once it's actually released, I suspect 80% of them will be sold within a week. Of the 70s, everything, if you grade every single solitary coin in existence, it is going to be, because when you look at this, match this up against the Star Privy. So if we look at that shot right there, and God We Trust right below that, that's an AW. That's for Adolph Weinman. He's the designer of the coin. The star was right below that AW, and it was just a little star, right?
Yeah.
Go above this now. Look at that in God We Trust. See that eagle up there? And understand, so they've made 1 billion American silver eagles over the years. You know how many of them have this Star Privy? 500,000. This is it. Yeah. So this Eagle Privy.
Wait, and a teeny little percentage of that 500,000 will be perfect coins.
That's exactly right.
And
it's not going to be 500,000, 400,000, 300,000. I mean, you know, there's probably not even going to be 200,000 of those coins are going to be in Mint State 70 if you grade every single solitary coin in existence on these, on these. So when you put this on there and then have that Eagle Privy, which the Mint did, I mean, they were 10 times my expectations of what they did. Because traditionally when you do these eagles, you know, they have kind of that eagle sitting, you know, like the old American silver eagle, the reverse, the John Mercanti reverse, which I loved. I mean, but it was, like I said, a little staid, you know, it's a little button down, if you will, which I appreciate and like.
Formal.
Yeah, formal, I like that. But this one, so I figured that was the eagle there, but they did not. And the proportion's great, the detail's great, everything about it is fantastic.
But wait, for such a teeny little mark, It is remarkably detailed.
It is remarkably detailed.
Think about when you look at a coin, in God we trust how small that is. We're just zoomed in as far as we can, but that's remarkable.
On another level, because of the detail of that, it's going to be even harder to make it Mint State 70.
I was going to ask you that. Like, how tough was it for them to grade even the little?
Well, the
star
was pretty easy.
Relative, but I mean, I'm saying the feathers on the eagle's wings
have to be. It has to be exactly fully struck to be able to be Mint State 70.
There's so much room for error on that privy.
Yeah, it's just absolutely crazy. And so what's happening is, and I know we're showing some time there, we may give you a couple extra minutes on this because there's just so many people on the phone, so many people taking advantage, so many people buying multiples. Like I said, I got my first look at it just when we sold it the other night, and I was absolutely dumbfounded at how well the United States Mint did with this. My expectations were so low, and I was like, eagle on an eagle, come on. And even in our Mint symposiums, Mint invites us in with some of the other big dealers, and we said, an eagle on an eagle, really? And they go, yeah, we didn't think about that. And now they come up with this, great job.
Yeah.
Eagle on an eagle's great.
Because you guys were originally debating, you thought it might be a flag.
Flag. We thought they would change it maybe.
Yes.
Because, a lot of people brought up this, an eagle on an eagle, that's kind of redundant. But this eagle on this eagle, spectacular.
Right.
So hey, congratulations to the United States Mint. Congratulations to the United States Mint. You guys knocked it out of the ballpark.
That's gorgeous.
Knocked it out of the ballpark on this one, and I think it's pretty evident with, I would go to hsn.com. I don't even know you can get in hardly on the phones right now.
Yeah, I would. If you can, use your phone, use your camera on your phone, use the scan code. What's really cool is you jump right to the front of the line. That is the best way to get in and grab what we have left of this one. And again, get multiples, guys, because we're going to show you the 2024 Star Privy, which was crazy popular, basically sold out every which way except for about 20, 30 of them tonight, is already $399. It also launched here at HSN a few months ago at $199.99. So who wants to spend a couple more dollars when you see the best value you're ever going to get on this one right now?
Yeah.
You're not going to get a lower price on this one.
This is the best. Well, on this particular one, it's the only price.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
Okay, now, and if there is another price, it's going to be a higher price.
Right.
Okay, it's going to be a higher price because this is exclusive to me. So in other words, I'm the only one that has this label, and I'm making it. This one's exclusive here to HSN. So if you want the dual core that you have right here, you have to buy it from HSN. You have to buy it here, and I would get it because my price on this is not going to be lower than $199.95. I would anticipate, if anything, increasing in price. We'll do the best we can to hold it as long as possible. We committed to tons and tons and tons of coins. They are already starting to go up in the marketplace pre-release. We're already seeing 10-15% increases in the price of the privies.
And let me give you another reason why you want to shop tonight for that one specifically is our Flex Pay. I love Flex Pay. No dealers are going to give you that kind of offer. What you do is you have a major credit card. You get to pay it off in 3 months. It's $66.66, and then 3 months you pay it off. It's yours forever and ever. And obviously, coin collecting is not like any other collectible out there. It is real.